Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. How are you all? I hope you are in a good condition, even in pandemic situation. Well, for this meeting we talk about language learning theories. If we discuss or if we learn about language learning theories, of course it will be related to the 6 theories. Here you can see behaviorists have different theories of language learning. Cognitive also have a different theories on language learning. Constructivism, Chomsky with the universal grammar, Schumann's acculturations, orientation in new culture, and Russian's monitor. They have a school of thought atau aliran. Yang 6 ini disebut dengan aliran. Ada aliran behaviorist. Aliran itu sama dengan school of thought. Ke-6 aliran ini, the 6 of school of thought have a different theories on language learning. So, what are they? Okay, we will learn about their theories based on their school of thought berdasarkan aliran-aliran mereka. Sama juga seperti seperti agama tertentu, agama apapun itu memiliki aliran-aliran. Nah, kira-kira seperti itu dia. Baik, we continue then. Before we continue to the 6 school of thoughts or theories, let's see here the basic concept of language learning theories. We start from knowledge, comprehension, applications, analysis, synthesis, and then evaluation. And then there is a process of revision. You can see here analysis, revision, and then we evaluate, and then there is a design, evaluation, implement and evaluation, development and also evaluation, and then revision. It means that it is a cyclus. Ini adalah merupakan siklus yang tidak ada akhirnya, selalu dievaluasi untuk langkah-langkah dalam mendalami, to know more about language learning theories. Okay, we continue to language learning, applying the science of learning. So, learning as a science, and later on we will talk about learning as an art. But for this change, we talk about language learning, applying the science of learning, according to Richard E. Meyer. How people learn, how to help people learn, how to determine what people know. So this is the application of learning as a science according to Richard E. Meyer. In detail, we can see here science of learning. There are three. One, learning, assessment, and then instruction. It means that it is a science of learning. There is a process of learning. After learning, there is an assessment. And assessment, there is an instruction. Instruksi atau perintah. Belajar, learning itu belajar, assessment itu tugas. So this is a science of learning, according to Richard E. Meyer. Or with other words, it can be said that science of learning like this, learning theory, we know the theory of learning, and then educational practice. There is a practice, in Indonesian praktek, dari teori ke praktek. So this is the science of learning, from theory to practice. Okay, now we back to the language learning theory according to behaviorist school of thought, universal grammar school of thought, presence monitor school of thought, cognitive school of thought, conversation school of thought, and acculturation school of thought. So they have a different perspective on language learning theories. They have a different perspective on language learning theories, and they make a different opinion. They make a different assumption according to their approach, according to their theories about language learning theories. And I hope you still remember about the 6 men who touched a big elephant. Yeah, I hope you still remember with this picture. There are how many people? There are 5 people. Yeah, there are 5 people who touched an elephant, a big elephant. Maybe let me say that this is a behaviorist school of thought. This is a universal grammar school of thought, and tadi ada 6 itu. Bisa kita katakan bahwasan yang dari ke-6 teori, ke-6 aliran itu untuk mendeskripsikan gajah itu ya tentu berbeda-beda. Yang ini tentu mengatakan gajah itu seperti seperti apa dikatakan. Kemudian ini mengatakan bahwasannya gajah itu adalah seperti tali atau mungkin seperti ular. Mungkin ini mengatakan bahwasannya gajah itu adalah bagaikan sesuatu tanaman yang besar. Ini mengatakan karena dia sentuh badannya, mungkin dia katakan gajah itu adalah seperti tembok. Nah, jadi so this is the perspective of their understanding on language learning theories. So based on their perspectives on language learning theories, which one school of thought that you believe? Which one? Berdasarkan dari cara atau sudut pandang mereka mendeskripsikan gajah itu adalah seperti ular, seperti pohon, seperti tembok dan sebagainya, karena mereka juga buta menyentuh bahasa itu, menyentuh gajah itu. Nah, kira-kira yang mana kalian percaya? Nah, kira-kira begitulah ini aliran-aliran ini. Long time ago, language is only one. Dulu kala bahasa itu hanya satu. Tetapi karena kesombongan bangsa Israel ingin membuat tangga sampai ke surga, akhirnya Tuhan murka melihat kesombongan itu. Akhirnya bahasa itu dikacau balaukan dan mereka tidak saling memahami. So that is why the language become varies, ya. Akhirnya bahasa itu menjadi berjenis-jenis. Akhirnya tidak tercapai tujuan bangsa Israel untuk mencapai surga, membuat tangga, ya. So this is a little bit about language history, ya. Okay. Well, according to behaviorism, there are 4 characteristics of behaviorism. 1, imitation, practice, reinforcement, and habit formations. It is according to Brock and Lado, which emphasizing mimicry and memorization. So this is according to behaviorism. And more detail is said that environment and changes of behavior. It means that different environment will have a different or change the behavior language learning. So ya ada juga benarnya, kayak dari satu sisi. Okay. So it can be said that change in knowledge behavior. Now let's see to the theory of universal grammar. Chomsky believed that it was more than a coincidence that a majority of human languages follow similar rules and patterns when it comes to grammar. He believed that while differences exist between languages, they all share core common grammatical traits. In groups share essential grammatical features in native language. Chomsky. So this is according to Chomsky, according to theory of universal. Okay, we continue to the next. Krashen's monitor. Krashen monitor said that universal grammar in relation to second language development, competence versus performance. Krashen's monitor model. He relates his theory to the universal grammar. Dia menghubungkannya ya. Okay, epistemologically doctrine that holds that the mind is born with ideas or knowledge, and that therefore the mind is not a blank slate at birth, as early empirists such as John Locke claim. It asserts that not all knowledge is gained from experience and the senses. Language learning acquire foreign language same as first. So this is according to different theories, right? Language learning, cognitive style or thinking style is term used in cognitive psychology to describe the way individuals think, perceive and remember informations. Okay, conversation strategies. See, there are three categories as related to the speaker, environment and listener. Three communication styles: one passive, aggressive and assertive. Language learning, orientation into new culture. Social interaction is an exchange between two or more individuals and is building block of society. Language learning, social interaction. Language learning theories. What does each language theory emphasize? See, how will each language learning theory contribute to your teaching? What language theory did your teacher use to teach a foreign language? What language theory do you prefer? Why? Will you use one or multiple language theories, and then why? So this is the reflexive questions about language learning theories. Okay, then we come to the last, to the summary. There is no agreement on complete theory of a second language acquisition yet. Sampai saat ini belum ada satu teori pun yang sempurna untuk menyatakan apa itu bahasa. Theory of a second or a foreign language acquisition ya, sampai saat ini. Karena seperti tadi, seperti ada 6 orang yang buta menyentuh seekor gajah yang besar, mereka tidak mampu menyatakan apa itu gajah itu. Itu dia penyebabnya, karena mereka juga memiliki aliran-aliran, dan alirannya let me say that aliran keras, sehingga tidak bisa mendapat satu kesimpulan yang lebih sempurna. Its theoretical framework has a different focus and its limitations. Yeah, this is why language theory is not clear yet until now. Okay, I think it is clear for you, but I hope you know a little bit about language learning theory from our meeting. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe and comment. And if you have a question, welcome. I will reply based on your questions related to the materials. Okay, goodbye. See you next time.